Hello and welcomes back everyone, this is AnthWolf once again with another ArcheAge video. This one comes back straight from the first class and skill set video. Basically, as I said I will give you a brief introduction to the game and basically show you the Nuian starting world. Just basically play the game for maybe 15-20 minutes and show you what's involved. So first of all, obviously this is where you start. There is a... oh, my hair actually hasn't loaded properly there. That's a bit awkward. Oh well, maybe it'll sort itself out actually in the game. I don't really mind. There is a lot of tutorial hints in this game. I'm just going to close them for the basic of showing you what the game is actually like. I don't actually mind. I normally leave them on in case I encounter something I haven't experienced before. But for this video, I'm not going to encounter anything different. So, let us begin. Obviously, this is the starting zone. There is actually other people actually logging in to their newly created characters at the same time. We have a sorcery novice here and a shadowplay novice. I wonder what shadowplay would be like at the beginning. I'm not familiar with its starting skills compared to archery and battle rage, which is what I actually am. Yeah, this battle rage, excellent. So, before we do anything actually in the game, let me just adjust all this. Yep, that seems fine. Let me show you the options. There is a lot of things to go through. Obviously, screen resolution. I am playing the 1920 by 1080. I'm playing in a windowed mode, just so that I can tab out if anything's happening elsewhere. I'm using obviously DX11 and UI. I don't really play with the UI too much. What will it look like? That always comes up. So if you play with so many graphics and audio settings, you may need to readjust. So okay, that changes my UI size. This is obviously your target bar. If you target someone, it comes up. Normally it's right up here. And also, obviously, if you target yourself, it tells you what they're targeting. So, what's Skanks? No one's targeting... Skanks is not targeting anyone, Bifo's not targeting anyone, but I am targeting myself, and it also gives me the target of target information, which is myself of myself. And you can drag this by holding shift and basically left-click drag. I normally like it just below my character, just so it's closer to my skills. And that's easier that's how I know it. That's an easier way to keep an eye on the opponent, my target's health bar, basically. It's nice that it shows you their mana bar as well. So what else do we have? Our quality settings. Obviously, mine's on a user custom setting. It's mostly on like high. And obviously I've got far distances for my textures and terrain details. I've turned down the grass options, where are they? Grass distance, that's normally defaulted as far. I've turned that down a little so that I may be able to spot actual collectible materials such as the various flowers you can collect. You can collect things like sunflowers and cotton. So I've turned down the grass distance a little, which makes the textures a little awkward. In fact, I might turn it up just for the process, just for this game, just for this recording. It just looks a bit unusual, but at the same time, I think it would help me in the game. Obviously, we have the sound settings here. I normally have them turned quite down for the recording purposes, but I have the quality at max. I use headphones for my playback settings. And then we have the game settings here. Obviously, what's displayed. Is there anything? These are all default really. I haven't really changed these at all. What I have changed in the game info setting is the show of health and mana stats. These are these two numbers here. Because obviously if they're turned off, you just have two bars. And you need to actually highlight over it. Whereas, at least if it's turned on, I like to see the numbers. I used to do that. I used to play Star Wars The Old Republic a lot, and I always preferred, if I get the words out, to see the actual stat numbers. Let's see, what else would I have changed? Close tutorial I've just changed now. View frame rate. At the moment it's about 30 frames per second. In some places it's about 90, some places it's about, well, about 30 to be honest. 30 is about normal. It may be locked at 30 at the moment because of fraps. I've actually got fraps locked at 30 frames per second at the moment, just to give this recording a smoother run. As I mentioned in the first video, the alpha server is based in North America and I am in Europe, so I expect a bit of ping, a bit of latency issues, but to be honest, this gameplay hasn't given me any at the moment, even when there's a lot happening on the screen. So I'm optimistic for when the servers in Europe, in Amsterdam, open up. This may give me an even better experience and I might be able to crank fraps up to 60. So then, yeah, hopefully I can get a better recording of the game, basically, to give you more idea of how smooth it is. But for me, 30's fine. Let's see, what else would I have here in functionality. Max players displayed. Now, this is an interesting setting and I think it's going to be more for endgame. You can't take it any further. I imagine my settings don't allow for that. But I remember such games such as Ion, and when you were taking fortresses, sometimes 200 people could be on the screen at once, if not more. And basically everyone's computers were like melting at that time because it was too much to process all at once and the lag was incredible. So I imagine that's sort of the same thing. If your processor starts to die, you might want to turn this down. You might not see as many people, but you know, sometimes you got to give and take. And then obviously the shortcut bars. These are these at the beginning, at the bottom here. I only have the 3, but I could have the 4th shown. And there you go, they've appeared on the side there. I'm not sure if that's where I'd have them. You can tilt them. Can you tilt these ones? You can. Can you drag them? You probably can drag these. I don't know how you would do it. But yeah, that's all 4 shortcut bars actually on the menu. I normally have 3. I haven't customized my own default controls just as of yet because I don't have enough skills to actually make that worthwhile. And then what else do we have? Obviously the character controls. These are pretty straightforward. The WASD. I have changed my move left and right from my turn left and right because at default it's actually that, which makes your WASD turn you rather than strafe you. I prefer the strafe. That's my personal preference, and I think it's the personal preference of quite a few people. And actually we'll have turn left and turn right as Q and E. I normally just turn with the mouse, but there is an issue at the moment using gliders and using certain boats, I believe, because you need to actually turn the boat using these two like controls basically. And it doesn't work with the mouse. Not at the moment, at least, I don't think. They may want to change that. Obviously you have jump, auto run, dive for when you're in the water. Obviously we're in a pond at the moment, so that doesn't really count. And we have a walk run toggle. Pet controls, we don't have pets at the moment, but I think it also includes mounts. So for horses now we could toggle a mount and dismount toggle button, which I should actually do. Key bindings for interaction and targeting of our party members if we end up in a party. Obviously camera controls, UI shortcuts, so like opening our quest log, looking at our skills. These are all self-intuitive. I have played enough MMOs to know these mostly by heart. Shortcut bars again, if we want to change these at the bottom here. I will change mine eventually because I have a mouse capable of adding basically my number keypad as maybe a 3rd bar option. You know, it saves me from having to move the mouse over a particular button and pressing it. And miscellaneous key buttons, but that's all fine. Obviously people will have their own way of customizing their settings. So let's explore around the world. As you can see, as I said, this is the beginning section. You have your normal run walk. If you double tap, you can sprint. It does use mana. But you also have shift 1 there is your, well, sprint. It's a dash it. So if I just do that, there you go. It also activates the ability. We have a basic melee attack, a basic range attack, because even though we are a battle rager who deals with melee attacks. We do have an arrow for basically tagging enemies and maybe drawing them towards us. And then, because we're a battle rager, I will open up the skill tab. And I'll just drag it. I'll leave it here actually. We have the first skill unlocked. We are level 1 battle ranger. These skills will level up as we level up with experience. And so at the end, when we're level 50, if we use Battle Rage all the way through the game, that should also be level 50. But I'll talk about skill points in another video. I've decided I will do that because my character Albireo is level 9, very close to level 10. And I can talk about skill points probably in more depth in that video than I can here and now. So, but as I say, because we're a Battle Rager, it's give us the first skill on the tree, which is Triple Slash, which attacks up to 3 times in a row, dealing 30 physical damage each hit, but each attack has a different ability basically. The first one shakes an enemy, the second one deals if the enemy is tripped, and the third attack increases damage plus 50% and hits multiple enemies in front of you. So it has a kind of an EOE effect. And it has a 9% chance to reset the cooldown on charge and behind enemy line skills. And there's charge, and where's behind enemy lines? It'll be here somewhere, no doubt. Nope, is it anywhere here? Huh, it's not actually on this skill tree. But that might not be a bad thing, because these skills can combine. You can actually see underneath there is a combo. And particular skills combo well together, so if I have one of those 2 skills, which you can see in the windows, and I'm pointing at my screen because you know exactly what I'm talking about and can see me pointing at the screen. But if I use this skill while those 2 effects are on a character, it actually snares, it trips the target. So yeah, there is like combination attacks both for you and your party members. So there is synchronization you can actually do with your companions, your fellow guild or party members in a dungeon. So as I say, yeah, we have our Triple Slash attack in shortcut bar 3 there, which we'll probably be using anyway. We have a dance, because why not? There's a lot of remotes in this game, obviously they give you that one as an example, but if I... Oh, come on, stop dancing. If I type slash then cry, my character will emote that he's upset. Or is the what else can we what else do we have? Oh, I can't even spell. I'll turn this around. Oh, laugh isn't one. Okay. Ah, there it is. It is one. So yeah, there is different emotes in this game. I haven't seen them all. In fact, how could I... Will it allow me to do them? No. There is different chat menus, I suppose you can say. Most people use alliance and faction, which means everyone in the Nuian faction, which is the Nuians and the elves, I believe, can actually talk. Or maybe that's alliance. Faction might just be the Nuians. I might be wrong about that. And if so, forgive me. And then we have the map. And this can zoom out. There we go, right click. There we are. We are in, where do we call it? The Saltreed Peninsula. And we are in the northeast hand corner here. So if we actually go this way. There we are. We're in the very northeast of the peninsula. And we can actually see the ocean here. Quite a nice view. There's an island off in the distance there. And where are we in Nuia? Well, is that part of... Oh, it is part of Hirania there. That's Hirania just off here. Quite close by, if you notice. And this area, Lily Ute Hills. I forgot where else. Possibly... Let's see. Let's have a look. No, I think all these areas... these areas here might be the 1 to level 30 areas, which are all basically non-PvP. I think you may be able to duel here, but it's all very peaceful up to this point. Afterwards, there are these areas that have different levels. So, for example, Halsonia there is peaceful, but that's only got 2 hours of that left, and then it may go to a danger level 2 or danger level 3. And as these danger levels increase, once it gets to danger level 5, I think it may be danger level 7 later, but danger level 5 at the moment, basically that's all out war. And in this region, even faction members can PvP and gain honor, which is something you can spend for, I think, certain items in the game. I haven't found that out too much myself, but it is something that people who love the PvP will be wanting to collect, mainly just to brag perhaps. So what else can we do? Let us look at our character info screen. We have obviously the character info, but it also is our equipment menu. We are Battle Rage Novice, we are Enderin, our faction is the Crescent Throne. We don't have any titles at the moment, we can't choose one, but in beta and in full release, because I am a founder, I will have a title to choose from. Our honor points, our vocational badges, obviously our damage and defenses, and our current strengths. Obviously strength, intelligence, agility, stamina, and spirit, vice versa. Sorry, I got those the wrong way around. And it tells us what these actually do per stat point. Obviously our movement speed, our cast time and attack speed, all these will be interchangeable depending on what we have equipped in terms of weapons and armor. And there is bonuses for having armor sets. So at the moment I've only got a civilian shirt, but I know from the game, say for my archer is wearing a full leather set at the moment, and he has a bonus to his ranged attack speed and maybe his dodging ability, I believe it might be. But yeah, basically it benefits like a roguish type character. So let's just show you the first couple of quests in the game. So here's Maud, a giant exclamation mark telling us we should speak to her. And from these wavy lines in the distance, they basically indicate there are quests that I could run towards. I can't see the quest givers just yet, but if we were wondering where we may need to go, we can follow the road here, which I will enlarge the map. I'll drag the quest log down a little. Basically, we follow the road everywhere. It will lead us eventually to where we need to go in a level chronological order. So hello, Maud. Yay, she laughs at us. Came to warn you that woodcutter Gallagher is on his way looking for you. Oh dear. So we need to go find this woodcutter. That's fine. And we encounter our first hostile forces in this game, the Salsreed Foxes. Level 1. Oh, my game info isn't on. I wonder if I didn't apply that accidentally. Okay, there you go. So they have 137 health, and they have just as much mana as we have, but I don't think they have any skills to spend to actually change that. Well, here's our first signpost, which has a bounty quest for us. Salsreed Foxes are plaguing this area and stealing the fish from our nets. I will reward anyone who helps eliminate these pests. The Mayor of Desreen, May Galt. And he tells us what we'll gain as a reward for doing his quest. So there you go, Fox Infestation. To kill 3 foxes, and if I click on it, it tells us more information about how we may complete the quest. And if we look at the map, it actually tells us whereabouts these foxes can be located. In addition, at the bottom of our feet here, there is arrows which kind of would lead us to our destination. And on this map here, it kind of is similar to that map there. It tells us whereabouts the foxes can be located. It's pretty self-explanatory. They're right in front of me. Hello, Woodcutter Gallagher. I hear you were looking for me. Been off exploring again? Obviously you know me for somehow. Maygold wants to speak to you before you leave the village. Okay. So now we got to go see Maygold, but he has asked us to kill a few foxes first. So let's do a bit of damage before they actually get close to me. And then when they're nearby, we start off with a sword and shield. There you go. So I use my my triple slash there rather than my basic melee attack. Because I am a battle rager, I probably won't ever need to use this. I'll put it actually to one side and I'll actually put... Whoops, I wasn't meant to put that away. Oh well. There you go. Hey, we gained level 2 from killing 2 foxes. If only leveling up was that quick all the time. And let's go kill our third. Hello there. Excellent. Our quest is complete and it's automatically give us the experience for completing that quest. Later on there is a thing called under and overachieving, which gives you a potential of quitting a quest early for a lesser reward, or actually if you enjoy the quest actually overachieving and say you need to kill 10 foxes, you could kill 15 and gain a bonus to the base reward that it was offered. So it's something to bear in mind, including there are secret quests in this game. I don't think there's any for killing these foxes though, so let us progress. We will use our dash ability because we may as well. And here is our next quest. Gossip Parish. With the green exclamation mark, that means that this is actually a storyline quest as opposed to the yellow or golden exclamation mark that we saw earlier, which indicated that it was just like a standard quest, I suppose you could call it. The prophet Tarian is here performing miracles for all to see. So now we must also go and listen to Tarian's prophecy. Because of course we are the chosen one in some form or fashion. As in all or most MMOs. This is our story and it's important that we involve ourselves. Hello Mayor. Did you hear how I killed all the foxes for you? Ready for your big trip? Do you know something I don't? Here a pack of Salsreed boars are attacking people. Oh, so you don't want us to kill foxes, you also want us to kill boar. Actually, you want us to collect meat from said boars. I suppose we could do that. But meanwhile, let's speak to this prophet here. You seek a fortune. The words the lake maiden come to me. She says your name is Enderin. Wow, you're a psychic who actually knows what he's talking about. No offense to if there is actually any real psychics out there, but I am cynical at best. That's just me. Now this, I think, may go to... Nope, okay. I do know there's a cutscene at some point in the near future. When you maybe come back. All the cutscenes at the moment are in Korean, or at least I think that it's Korean, because that would kind of make sense. They will be translated for American and obviously European users when the game is actually in beta. At the moment it's not though. So let's continue. Hello boars. We need to kill you, skin you, and basically take your meat back to the mayor. Yeah, we gained level 3. Oh well, I suppose this is a good time to show you the skill tree once again. So obviously we get the second skill set at level 5 I mentioned in the previous video, and the third at level 10. But at level 3, at level 5, I think it's level 8 and level 10, basically you get skill points. So like every 3 levels and every 5 levels you get a skill point to spend. Certain ones, say for Whirlwind Slash, you need level 10 in Battle Rage to actually equip it. And then these passives, you can have it any level, but you need certain, you need to have so many skill points invested in the tree to actually unlock them. So if I put my skill into charge, which I will do, next time I have a skill point, I could get weapon maneuvers because I have 2 skill points invested in Battle Rage, which would increase my melee attack by 8%. At the moment, I will drag this out the way. Just selecting a skill from the tree, unlocking a skill, doesn't mean you can use it straight away. You've actually got to drag it into your shortcut menu bar. But there we are. Charge skill launches a rush towards the enemy that deals so much physical damage and inflicts snare. I also think it knocks them down. because if they're snared or tripped, yeah, it becomes snared targets are tripped. So it's worthwhile charging them and then tripping them over. Gives you a couple of free hits before they can counter attack against you. And this skill has a cooldown, you can't use it all the time. So we'll attack another boar while we're waiting. Yeah, we only need one more bit of meat. We might as well charge him again, even though he's right in front of our faces, just to knock him over. Excellent, we have 3 out of 3 bits of meat. Now, is there any? No. There's normally some iron ore veins you can actually collect here, but it looks like someone's beat us to it. It's always worth keeping your eye out for potential gathering materials. There's some games like Guild Wars 2 when... Oh, I'll talk about that in a moment actually. There's some games like Guild Wars 2 you need certain gathering tools to actually collect the items. In this game, that's not it at all. You can basically collect whatever you want whenever you want, as long as someone hasn't beat you to it. Now, what notice there, if we get so close to these, they become aggressive, and if we stay next to them long enough, they will aggravate, be aggroed, I suppose you can say, automatically. So I'll just stand here. Is he going to get aggressive? Nope. Nope, he doesn't seem to care. He should care. Oh well. Seemingly they want to be aggressive, but they're quite passive at this point. Later on in the game, if you get so close to certain enemies, they will target you automatically. Unfortunately, this boar will have to die because he was too passive for me. There you go. Yeah, we'll turn this in. Hello, Mayor. And I can select a reward for doing that. We'll take the katana, because I've never taken the katana before. I normally just take the sword. Is it one-handed? It is one-handed. Hello, Alan. Deliver this glass bottle to Seren. I can do that. But before that, Amy wants to have a word with us. It's we always get to these towns and we always find people in need. It's the way of MMOs. Hello, random stranger. I've got a chicken up on top of this shed here, which is easily within reach if I jumped. Or if I threw a rock at it. But no. Can you please get it down for me? What do you think I am, a firefighter? Hello, chicken. Come here. Don't you crow at me. Oh, you're going to reward me. Oh, thank you very much. A new shield and a staff or scepter. Staffs are two-handed. Scepters are one-handed. So if I was magically based, if I was going to go for more, maybe magic attack, the staff would probably be more worthwhile. But for my class, because I've got a one-handed sword, I may as well take the new shield at least. It may provide me with a bit more defense. So, I don't know if I should do any more. I talked plenty. Oh, there's a boat in the background. Is that a friend or an enemy? Let's have a look. I think it's a member of my faction. Yeah, he's not red. He doesn't have a red name, so he's actually someone of my alliance, at least. Either an elf or a Nuian. So yeah, I will leave this video here. Obviously this is just a starting area, and if I hadn't talked so much at the beginning showing you the different options, then I probably could have got more quests done. But as I say, it's a pretty fun game. It's a lot of trial and error, but if you're familiar with MMOs, you can probably just jump straight in and know what to expect. I'm a bit disappointed that my hair all the way through this video didn't actually render itself correctly, but that can't be helped. Now I just look like an old man. So, this has been AnthWolf, and as always, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below, and I will try to help. I don't have a lot of game knowledge so far myself about this game, but I will answer what I can, and if not, I can always refer you to the ArcheAge forums. So, as always, I hope you all have enjoyed, and I hope you all take care, and I'll see you in the near future. Perhaps for another ArcheAge video when we'll talk about skill sets in more detail. So, till then, bye bye now.